Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Cooking Like You Mean It. My name's Frank, and today we're taking our taste buds on a trip to the Mediterranean. Let me show you how easy it can be to make some chicken shawarmas on the smoker, and we're going to make some really good sauces that go with it. We're going to make a Lebanese sauce, a toum sauce, and we're also going to make a nice and cool yogurt sauce to go on it, and I'm going to show you guys how to make both of them, so stay tuned. All right guys, well here we are. Typically, when you're making shawarma, it's going to be on a rotisserie, a vertical rotisserie. You're going to have a heat source here. But today, I found this stainless steel setup that was on Amazon. It's relatively cheap. It's about 20 bucks. And we're going to use this in our smoker. So first off, we've got our chicken breast. We got some olive oil. And we have chicken shawarma seasoning. There's a link in the description, or actually in the description, all the ingredients that you need to make this. I didn't figure I'd bore you guys with crushing seasoning. Plus, it's got different seasonings in it that you may want to add more or less of depending on your personal preference. And you can try it and taste it and smell it and see what you like. So that way it leaves some options open to you. So first off, you want to start with your chicken breast. It's nice and thick. So we want to thin it out a little bit. We also want to trim the fat off of it. And we're going to save the fat, and I'm going to show you why. You're going to make it a little thin here. Get it butterflied nice and good. And flip it over. You're going to trim all this fat. Not too much on here. It is chicken breast. You can use breast meat, any type of chicken meat you want. Just you want to try to make it thin, and you do want to tenderize it. So let's tenderize it here. And like I said, any pieces of fat, we're going to save that. All right, got some nice tenderized chicken breast here. It's about the way you want it. You want to get some olive oil here. Put a little on there. We're going to rub that in, and you got to do this with each piece, because we're going to layer this skewer here up with it. All right, now the next thing you want to do, go ahead and get your shawarma seasoning. You can be fairly liberal with it. You said taste it, see how you like it. If you like a little or you like a lot, that's up to you. I'm going to season both sides here. All right. Now, next thing you want to do is kind of take it. You don't want a lot of pieces hanging off of it. Going to run it down on our skewer. And once we do have it, all the chicken on the skewer, we are going to trim it so that it does fit a little better. So you want to set it just like that. All right, guys, I'm going to get this prepped up, and then I'm going to show you the final part about putting the fat and everything back on the top that's going to render down and get into the meat. So stay tuned. Hey, guys, let me show you a few tips if you're in the middle of stacking your chicken that might just help you out a little bit. So after you've got your olive oil on it, and you've tenderized it, and you've seasoned it, you want to kind of take the edges just so they're not hanging off everywhere. Kind of tuck them under like this when you're putting them on your skewer. That way you don't have a lot of excess hanging off the side. We are going to do a little trimming on the sides, not a whole lot, and this will keep you from doing so much trimming. I've got what fat I could. It was pretty lean pieces of chicken breast, which I can't complain there. That's nice pieces of chicken. And we're going to use this here in a second. I'm going to finish seasoning up this chicken breast here. All right. We're going to take the rest of the seasoning here and rub everything down with it really nice before we cap everything. So like I said, kind of fold it under like that, get all dangling pieces off from tenderizing it. Just kind of tuck them under, try to make a nice round shape there. This thing's smelling amazing, guys. It's going to be some kind of good. You know what I mean? Oh, yes, sir. All right, now that we've got all that on there, let's take what's left of our seasoning here. Let's just get it and start rubbing it on here best you can. It's all good and it's all flavor. You know what I mean? We're going to give this thing a crown of deliciousness as well, because this is one king piece of meat that we've got. All right. Now I'm going to wash up, guys, and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and put a top on this thing. And we're going to use our fat. We're going to go ahead and stick that on top. Stick it right in the middle. And then we're going to make a little something to cover that, actually. And that way it'll sit there while all the meat's getting hot and cooking. Your fat's going to render down and run down to your chicken. Keep it tender, keep it juicy, keep it from drying out. And I'm going to show you a few more tips, but let me wash up real quick and we'll get to it. All right, guys, we got our edges taken care of here. Hope you guys have found that it is a very easy step. Next thing, we've got our fat that we've saved. We've put on top here. We're going to need some onions later, so went and have one, and I made a little crown for it. So you want to take your fat, just put it under your little onion crown like that. And now to add some savoriness to this and to keep it juicy, we're going to go ahead and stick a tomato on the very, very top here. All right, we're ready to go. See you guys at the smoker. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to put this beautiful monstrosity on the smoker here. I'm going to run 225 degrees on the smoker. I'm going to be looking for an internal temp on my chicken of 165. Oh, look at this beauty. And as always, no good story starts with water, so we're putting beer in the liquid tray. And I'm using apple and cherry wood today. I'm not wanting to put a heavy smoke flavor into this meat because I'm wanting the seasonings to be the predominant flavor that I've got going here. I'm thinking this thing probably 3 to 4 hours at the most. We should be good, but we're going to be checking our temps every hour just to see where we're at, because this is my first time ever doing this, guys. Stay tuned. Action. All right, guys. So our tomb sauce, I got to admit it did not work out. Blender was not the right choice. I should have used a food processor. It'll have a lot higher RPM. It would have whipped it and helped with the emulsification process. But I've got yogurt sauce to save the day here. It'll work in a blender. I know for a fact I've made this stuff before. I've got all the ingredients to make it happen here. I want to make it nice and cool, so we're going to use some mint leaves that are fresh, a little pinch of salt, or you got the juice of a lemon, some garlic cloves, a little tahini, and a little bit of dill weed. So let's go ahead and start mixing this stuff in. Got the last one out of there. A little bit of dill here. And you're welcome to use fresh dill. This is just what I had on hand. And that's what this show is about, is cooking with what you got and what's available at the store. I'm not trying to get any kind of exotic ingredients here. I'm going to put a little bit of tahini paste in there. And this is something that, hey, if you like it, load it up. It's to taste. All right, let's give this a mix here. All right, let's give this a taste. I always shut the blender off before you stick your finger in it, so just a tip. Oh, that's good. That is a nice, cool flavor. That's going to go really nice on that chicken. It's going to help balance out those spices. Oh man, it's going to be very good. You want to lick this again? Oh, there you go. Oh, what you think?
Pretty good.
Tangy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Let's keep it going, guys. We're going to be pulling that shawarma off here in a minute, and we're going to be making some sandwiches. Stay tuned. All right, my hungry people. I got the shawarma off the smoker. It took 3 hours at 225 and 2 hours at 275 on that thing to get my internal temp that I wanted at 165. But as you can see, that's a hunk of meat. I'm going to let it rest for a little bit here, and then we're going to slice this thing open and have the moment of truth, the part we all wait for. Stay tuned. All right, folks, let's shave some of this off and see what we got. Look at all this juice out of this tomato. Wow. Just set that over here. Wow, it is falling off. This is amazing stuff right here. This is tender. Better if you have a little tray or something to catch it in, but this is working just fine. Wow, look at this beautiful chicken in here. That is nice. All right, now we're going to show you how to assemble the sandwich. Grab our yogurt sauce. It's been chilling in the fridge for a little bit. All right, guys, we got our yogurt sauce out of the fridge here that we put together earlier. And we're going to go ahead and make us a shawarma sandwich. Let's grab some meat here. Run this across the length of it. Take 2 slices of tomato. I'm going to throw that in there. Onions to taste. And some lettuce here. Now, an option, too, to make this even like a cooler effect going on, even though we have our mint and stuff going in our yogurt sauce, you can also add a few cucumber slices if you like. And as I said, that stuff's amazing to put on there. It gives it a nice cool effect going. All right. Some yogurt sauce. Voila, guys. Shawarma sandwich. What do y'all think? Y'all ready for the moment of truth? Let's give this thing a bite. I love it. Man. Chicken is fall apart tender. That yogurt sauce really cools it down. Gives it a great effect. The flavor is really authentic. Like I said, we use the smoker, but, and guys, like I was saying, we cooked it on a smoker. Spent 5 hours on there, but I used apple and cherry wood, so it did not put a heavy smoke flavor in it. So you can really taste the shawarma seasoning. Like I said, it tastes very authentic. This thing is delicious. Well, I've got a few guests to feed. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Let's communicate. Let's make some good food. Until next time, you guys keep cooking like you mean it.